this will be interesting. Hey, I got me on touch I'm gonna turn the judge degree for real with Joshua Williamson. Yep. Then we talk ancient news. You guys well know WWE came out actually yesterday, and I do well know I actually reviewed that book out on my channel actually Wednesday, and I put a really pretty ancient. It's a fun actually story. Cause I know it's not perfect. I know there's some flaws, and one flaw I have in the book, with the continuity, and because what's the continuity on the Joker DC, and I've been waiting to know this book is good for all the books. Well, so now we finally get the end about that finally, and I'm not even sure about what this means for the rest of the line. So, yeah, still don't got kind of like death metal with some of the future kind of like that, but view with WWE. Confused, yeah, I'm confused about that as well. So, yeah, this will be fun. Again, what do I mean in it? Well, you'll find out later. So, to move on, ancient news. Yep, some JoJo. See ya. Alright, as you can tell my intro, actually, you can tell my intro about this news. Why? You'll find out. Let's get started. According to the article I have right here, my DJs themselves, and I go, current dedicated video with Joshua Williamson. Yep. Here's a claim that we talked to dispute in 2022. Joshua Williamson is the biggest writer in the DC universe. Last month alone, Williamson's ongoing stories on Batman, Robin, Deathstroke, Inc. all converted to Shadow War. Yeah, remember that Shadow War band that came out actually maybe 2 days ago? Yeah, that been going to overdrive right now and dealing with the whole Deathstroke Inc. stuff, Robin stuff, which, again, I'm not really Robin that's this great issue yet, because I'm so busy with Death Degrees because I do all the time. But, needless to say, that story's been pretty good. I'm very sure we can have that story in the future, and I can't wait to have that story's been amazing. It's one really a good event. With Shadow War, it's a great Batman story. Yes, I will admit I'm trying to burn Batman events, but you know what? Fuck it. The story's been good. I made sure it's a good turnout. An event which may prove to permanently redefine its characters. Yeah, with me, Damon Wayne, Deathstroke, Batman, and Respawn, and Lavender. Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna turn out, we'll see. Yep, there's more. He took the multiverse great heroes in a journey through infinite possibility in Justice League Incarnate. He launched DC Sparkle vs. Rogues, where Captain Cold took a heist crew from one of the Good City. But when it's a biggest move yet to come, such as carrying out the entire league in Justice League 75. Series finale restrictions on occurring Dokai's way, being scheduled, asking one question on all my really like for real. Yep. Yeah, basically the question is, Justice League dead? Yeah, the question is, obviously they're not dead, we know that, but we'll get that later anymore. So, all we carry on entire Justice League, like, on thing to maintain on the other books. Yes. Yeah, I mean, the reason I know it's brutal, there are no spoilers. I was talking about with the editors a couple weeks ago. Well, I'm curious about what I should say or post online about them dying. Any editors will, but like title is a spoiler laugh. Yep. Like, I'm not ruining anything for you. You're already given what happened in that issue. But the answer is yes. You know everything's going to line up, and I think you'll see or we start getting deeper into some of the crossovers, the mini and the one-shots. You'll see how it starts to line up, and you'll see how it all connects, but they definitely die in that issue. Yeah, we saw already out there in that issue, we did see Ply kill to that degree. So, yeah, there's that. And honestly, they're not dead. My begging are trying in the same earth like Barry Allen was, but we'll get that later. Like I said before, I already did my review of that degree, and it's an in story, but I'm just intrigued how this story will affect the rest of the line, which we finally get into that question, but I mean, this is the thing I'm more intrigued in, how does it affect the rest of the line? And the answer that we get is confusing. What that mean by that? Well, you'll find out, next, the next one, so we'll see if I can do the whole line. It's not the jet degree. William said, and I quote, well, you see, it's going to take some time to get there for the thing to kind of line up. I mean, you look how death metal was, right? People forget, but death metal and Joker War were coming out at the same time. Wait, what? Really? Wait, what are Death Metal and Joker War oh yeah, I forgot, they did come out during the same time. I completely forgot Joker War came out during that time. I see Death Metal and Joker War was separate. I'm wrong about that, but apparently they did that to come out at the same time, which is kind of confusing because that means there are 3 Jokers that would have waited to time it. Why didn't you do Joker War and do Death Metal at the same time? This is confusing much. Never mind. Like I said before, that's my main problem having DC continuity. It's a massive clusterfuck. And trying to get that book, in this book, or both Death Metal and Joker War, it's a clusterfuck. But whatever, anymore. were coming out at the same time. It took until the ending for things to start to run out and reflect, right? And I think that's the same thing here. It is going to take some time, but there'll be some stuff that will come up that you'll start seeing as it goes. Wait, what? What does that mean? Wait, huh? How is Bitty not demo? How is Devin Judgery and George Craig are gonna connect the rest of the wires? I'm so confused. See how many times all these continuity? It's a mess. Take more. Some books are going to connect more directly. Okay, so some are going to connect directly after all. So, yay, that's good. I'm glad we're getting to connect to TCU because we need to get to DCU right now. Well, if I had to go aside 10 for a sec, I'm tired of DC books not being connected with. It's like every single way they're trying to tell their story with that final, but I need connected tissue with DCU. That made DCU great back in the day when they connected with DCU, it made more sense. But now, every number is having to fuck it, full continuity. We can do it whatever the hell you want, no kind of grade. But if there's no continuity, then what the point of reading the story? There's no states. It's not even about having DC. There's no states right now. It just breaks my heart when people are in this weird channel about a bad editorial and none of it. I'm not saying all DC is bad. I say I'm action comics the media right now. A lot of the media right now. Well, Joshua Williamson the media right now. But that's not good for DC. And the Fly media are doing that. That's the media. But you know the point. So yeah, my main problem is not actually with this course. So my main problem is more editorial in there. No continuity, but that's just me. Nothing more. But for some books are going to connect with directly. But for me, it was also important that I didn't wreck anyone else's book or derail anyone else's story. Yeah, my bad. Anyone else's story. Okay, so I get that. I get that logic. And honestly, I don't really believe in not actually on the bashing anyone else's story because then it makes sense. So you know what? I am mad that not really connecting. At the same time, I get really trying with that one because that doesn't make sense because you don't want to do someone else's story, and if they don't want to do a tiny dark craze, that's cool, fine. I'm all for someone else to finish the story first. But since then, when you do a big event, I want an event to matter, have some stake to it. Yes, I don't like an event having too many tiny. That's competing. But see, I want the story to actually connect the Dark Craig because I want some stakes to it, and with no big consequences, then that's where everything falls apart. But that's just me, and why I'm mad about that, since I get why they want tying in with their own story. You know what? That's cool. They want to finish the story. That's cool. Anyway, I did more. Somebody are gonna connect with Dark Craig, but for me, it's all important that I didn't let anyone in this book or derail any other story. We talked a lot about it with editorial. There were certain creators I reached out to because I knew they were going to be more directly affected by it, or maybe had opportunities for them to connect sooner. I presented this stuff to editorial a lot over the last year. Yep, I get 2021. Yep. So that was a big piece of it. Just making sure I didn't mess up anyone else's plans and take over somebody else's book. I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me, so I didn't want to do that to anybody else. But you will see some that connects much sooner than others. Wait. What stuff will connect to sooner? What does that mean? I'm confused. How is WWE connect to action comics? Okay, Superman, okay, but I'm confused. Yeah, the more I try to read the answer, the more answer I get more questions than answers. I get what Williams is coming from. He didn't want to deal anyone with the story. That's fine, all. But now I need to connect the decision to make the actual issue matter. That's my main problem in general. The story does not connect with all the story going on in DC. It's like when you do a big matter event with WWE, it needs to matter. No stakes equals no particular journey, and no stakes equals the story is pointless. And that's just sad. I want DC to move forward and go backward, but that's just me. Anyway, there's more. Until now, the WWE has managed to ride every challenge they ever faced. You can always count out on the home team to bring back a win. What makes this time different? How can the dog always succeed if someone has failed? There's a couple of lines throughout this. And Dark Knight did, well, I think there's kind of an attitude of like, well, this is what we do. We stop crises. So we know how to do it this time. But there are a couple of curveballs in here that they just don't see coming, And obviously, when you look at the loss of Hooten Dog Army, knowing the past, it would take the whole Judge a whole bunch of characters like with Necron, took a whole bunch of Green, put plus Sinestro with the whole Judge even when they couldn't barely stop Neon, and it came to Zen back and had to want to stop Neon. Oh yeah, Captain Marvel, I did fight Neon in that. But honestly, we don't have time for that shit. But basically, if you read Judge, you know how that happened. And you know how it turned out. RJ got killed off by Pariah. So yeah, they don't really talk about the actual issue itself. So we'll get back for this shit. I'm sorry, knowing about the tower we were there, but suffice to say, I am so deep with how Dark Crate. That's the name I want to about the merch, and we'll get that later. But as far as this question is concerned, it's in the question, and I'm going to tee up next. So we'll probably skip this part. So whatever. Next, and that's what we're doing. If we comment there, go to Dark Crate. You get to see how all the characters on Earth react to the news that Jessica had died. Some characters believe it, some don't. There's a story coming with John Kent and Nightwing. It is in Road to Dark Crate, where John is freaking out. He is like they are dead, and he's having a panic attack about the whole thing. And then Nightwing's sort of like, they died before, right? And John's kind of like, not everyone had to experience with this. Not everyone's so hopeful, and people are scared, and they are worried. Okay, so we're gonna have an active effect on my boy John and Nightwing. Cool, I'm all for that. Because, damn it, I mentioned the other my boy John being the kid I know love. Look, while I'm still pissed off with it, angry that I still ate up a crap, I'll take maybe a good moment with my boy John over nothing. Believe me, it's better than the alternative with bullshit. And I'll take maybe a good moment with my boy John and Nightwing and over crap. Yes, I'm so mad, so angry, and ready that you don't eat up a crap, but fuck it. If we can have a good moment with my boy John, I'm all for it. But, damn it, Nightwing to be cured. I want Nightwing to be the leader of this new story. Always Dark Crate when he leads the new team, but no, that's not gonna happen. No, we're gonna have the Jay Bart be the leader. Because bullshit reasons. Whoopie, fucking do. I hate Jay Fox, that boring character. But whatever. As long as the storytelling meeting, I'm all for my boy John and we're fucking on his father's death. So let's just hope this channel be good, not horrible. Yeah, did more. That was part of what the story was about to me. Showing an event like this. A crazy event from different points of view. It was really interesting because I wrote a lot of this stuff a long time ago, right? We are really far ahead on this project, okay? Probably more than I've ever seen on an event in my time at DC. With some of this book, there's a lot of conversation about, do we believe or not believe that they are dead? And I use that to kind of talk about what death means to DC now. A few years ago, we were working on some project with what we're going to do post-death metal. Oh yeah, post-death metal with 5G. Yeah, remember 5G? That thing? Yeah, you were missing my 5G, which is a mess of a story that made no fuck. Okay, 5G was supposed to be kind of the next one in DC Universe. It failed miserably because no one gave them a 5G. But then you got fired. So yeah, I think I know what you're putting in with the 5G stuff. That's my best guess. I could be wrong with that, but we don't know what you're talking about 5G. 5G actually was the end game of death metal, post-death metal. But again, those plans got thrown out the window, so we don't know how it's going to turn in the future. As far as that thing goes, that thing's dead and buried, and good way a bad year. Whatever cares, I'll make more. We had made the chart of a certain era of DC history. I was staring at it, and I started marking some stuff down. I was like, man, there was a 10-year period when every character died twice. What did this that do to them? Okay, that's an interesting question. Wait, which character died twice? I'm kind of confused by that. Wait, it's referring to Batman. I don't think he... Oh, yeah, he did die twice, technically speaking, because... So he died in Final Crisis, but no, then he'll be alive and you're sent back in time. And the second time he died was kind of during Endgame. Scott's not Endgame, more precisely, where he lost his memory. I know it's confusing because, well, they can't kill Batman because they're so scared to kill Batman as a cash cow. But honestly, I would be all for becoming a Batman because we need to add some stakes in DC again. And I would say a good story with nothing. But now that we know that the line will be a fucking be back by definitely. I'm just hoping that this line does get left assumed. Well, not does actually get involved because I don't want to see a bit more clusterfucking the way it is. Wait, who cares? Like, so we don't know how dark it's turn out. So until then, what do we see and more? The Funky Immortal, what do we do about that? Yeah, so what does this mean in this world? I want to explore the ideas. I want to explore what death meant. And again, some people believe and some don't. Some are just like, they're going to come back. Don't worry about it. Some people are like, I'm very worried about it, and then you have some characters, some of the villains who are like, well, if they're gone now, we're going to take our shot, we're going to take advantage of this now. Okay, so basically we're going to have some who actually reflect that they're gone, other who are not reflect they're gone, and it's kind of a weird thing. I don't know if that's going to turn out, bullshit, but honestly, that's been in the story itself, bullshit like that. I am intrigued about Dark Card Free Comic Edition, and I will be picking that book up. Or maybe pick on comedy actually works, but we'll see. But as far as that's concerned, we'll see about it. And what's the cut that shit? What's the deal on 25th Animated Devil's Human? Because that thing I'm more interested about and more. The parallel here with 25th Animated Devil's Human are later apparent. But after the Devil's Human, there was just the iconic Devil's Human, and so what's coming to fill the vacuum left by Judge's absence? You'll see. But the Judge Williamson. One thing I keep pushing on people is there is no Justice League. Yep. There is not going to be a Justice League for a while. And even when you read the book, you're going to see how much there is no Justice League. It's a major plot point of the whole series that you can't just make a Justice League. You can't just be like, we're Justice League now. This is what we're going to do. It doesn't work that way. That is very spelled out to them by certain characters throughout the story. There are going to be a different group of people who are going to try to make Justice Leagues, and you'll see how that goes. And how it's not easy to just make one. Oh, he's even the future state characters who try to make their own Justice League but fail miserably. Which would make sense. Look, the future state are a bad idea anyway, so if they fail miserably, I'll be laughing. Why? Because let's be real, that future state degree is not Justice League. I'm sorry, they tried to make that team at the work and they failed miserably. So if they don't put in Justice League, yeah, I won't be shocked at all. But if they go away, yeah, I'll be laughing because let's be real. No Jay Fox over there, oh, y'all four. Look, y'all four is a good character, but man, oh man, they have dragged the character to the ground to one insanity. My boy got screwed over crap because Bill's gonna get ain't never garbage. Jay Fox, Jay Fox is boring. Don't get damage, Jay Fox. So yeah, that's that. And honestly, I don't see this character being at the Majestic material at all. I'm sorry, I don't see my boy John check out the man Superman. It doesn't work that way. I said for a second, come on, can't be Superman, not John. You know what? That's another side tangent on there. I can do a time rambling about that bullshit. But suffice to say, why I'm true about that, I'm hoping to stick to learning and don't screw it up. We'll see. But anyway, you know, we'll get that later. And I'll talk about that in another video. But suffice to say, we'll see how the project go out. But yeah, I think these other athletes that remember are not good. Not to remember these reporters are not gonna do it. They're gonna fail miserably, and if they fail, I'll be laughing. We'll see. Next, I think it'll be really surprising to people. It's really fascinating to watch, but there are certain images that have been put out that we put out on purpose to kind of mislead people into where they think the story's going. It's not going to go that way. I think it's going to be very unexpected. Story for some people once we start getting more into it. Okay? What does that mean? Getting more into it. Yeah, particularly in issue 1. There are a couple of big twists in there that people are going to be like, oh, I thought this was going to happen. And it's like, no, it's not going to happen. Part of that is that there's no Justice League. Okay? What does that mean? You know, there's more. Well, the ball flame is my final credit. Let's play a swift resurrection. Last. Haha. you're going to see. It's going to be really fascinating to watch how the story plays out, and for people, we've really done a lot of work keeping Sam Peter's secret. I love surprising it, and I really hope we surprise some people. Yep. And that's the end of the show. But all just like I want to start. Apparently, well, that did happen. We just literally died. Apparently, this thing is really all bigger than I really thought. I think. Then again, if I got from the interview itself, apparently, while the line is going to be affected, apparently the line is not going to be affected. Okay, it's going to be affected, but it's going to take a long while for somebody to have a story to have to catch up to Dark Craze. So, yeah, similar maybe to basically Death Metal and Joker War, we're dealing with that type of story, but with the Devil Dead Again Dark Craze. Confused? Yeah, I'm confused. What? What's annoying? I'm so lost. Yep. Like I said before, I'm still fucking tree about the thing when Dark Craze hit the landing. But judging by all the individual stuff, I'm kind of confused. I don't know what's going to happen. Fine, eventually you're gonna have it next. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I forgot to mention. Like I'm not going to ruin anything. We're only giving what happened in the issue. Answer yes. Yeah, I was gonna run out. I think it will start getting even some crossover to me in the one shot. So yeah, those tie-ins I think will probably be connected to Dark Craze and Devastatingly. But yeah, we'll see about that. Like I said before, I don't know how that's gonna turn out, but we'll see. Yep. Yeah, nothing all gonna show. Well, we finally get an answer what the hell gonna happen with the whole, not Devastatingly, we finally get an answer what the hell gonna happen with the whole, Dark Craze stuff. And we'll see how it turns out. Personally, my band, I'm still gonna treat with Dark Craze, but we'll see. Yep. Yeah, nothing all gonna show. Alright, that's all. Yeah, you wanna know. I actually like Devastatingly. I think Devastatingly had a pretty good story. If you put actually a hole in there, I think the story actually was a good story. Bad on intended fun, a good story. Yes, I don't want to see my hero dying. But you know what? We did die with a bang and that hurt, and we tried to do the best to save the day. Granted, the way they died might have been kind of confusing because Pryor already killed him around 2 seconds. So yeah, why that's confusing? I think I know it does kind of make it kind of sense when you think about what Pryor would do because he had the Great Dawn on his side. So yeah, well I know some people hated the issue. I wonder if we like Devastatingly. I think that's a good story. My main point for is Devastatingly doesn't affect the rest of the main line. However, now that we know Devastatingly will affect the main line after all, kind of sort of like Death Metal, kind of sort of, I know it's confusing, what did it mean for the rest of the books? To be honest, I have no idea. Okay, the answer in regard to that question, in my opinion, is interesting, because apparently this will have to take some time for other stories to finally catch up to the Dark Craze stuff. Now, do I like the idea of other books that did not fucking do the Devastatingly immediately? No. I'm more fan of actually books being connected because when you do a big event like this or like the main team in actually in a big epic way, you're supposed to have some fallout for the rest of the other books, but no, you don't want to do that because then you want to do kind of like Death Metal did and kind of be set at the kind of in the future. Problem with that idea, trying to that make the book going less stakes, and that's very important. I want stakes in my unit, not be all over the place. Like when Devil Superman happened, I think like 25 years ago, I think when this thing happened, it was a big epic deal. And when Devil Superman happened, I think this thing affected all the other books. And that's the thing I want. I want when you do Devil, I want Death to matter. I want everything to be connected. I want the story to connect actually with the rest of the universe. But if Devastatingly is not doing that, as we kind of Death Metal, then that's kind of a problem because how the fuck is what actually all the books down the line up with Devastatingly if it's not gonna be at the fall immediately? Like I feel like I'm really caught why it's caught because I'm just kind of confused because wait, let me straight. So instead of it at the same time, you can have it at some books I'm gonna connect more directly, but also I'm not gonna connect it. It's gonna take some time for some other to be connect a lot more sooner than later, and I'm kind of confused. Yeah, I don't know where they're going with this, and honestly, that's gonna make all I have actually with the entire story at all. Not the story itself, the story that made, but my main point with DC is that there's like no continuity. Everything can be crossed up and it makes sense. Heck. Like I said, was saying the other, I admit that you being connected after how you make more sense. I said was saying, no doubt, get out of a fight. The DGU after one connected with a great unit because it made sense. And back in the early days, when in Japan, the book after they feel connected, they feel what they earn, and it makes more common sense. How many units that's not connected be all over the primary, and I'm like do whatever I want, how they want. It's not. I think it's storytelling. It's just gonna be crushed the fuck. 9 minutes down all the way, and I miss when you actually matter, everything connected, but how many not connected? It just feels all over the place, and yeah, that's what I remember on this year. And they're calling me now it's a joke, it's a mess. And since the Dark Crisis go become like death metal, which is all the kind of self-contained thing, yeah, this kind of red flag for me because I just said, I like death metal, I want to like that book, but since I know I like actually when this book actually connected with the actual universe. Having the book actually not connected to the universe and not matter, yeah, it's kind of like Bendis actually ability move, and I don't know if Bendis might be would have been crappy, but you my point. So yeah, the fact that WWE is not gonna back the Taiwan after what they fought is kind of red flag for me, but that's just me. Now I put Dark Crisis the whole what am I looking for Dark Crisis? You know what I'm looking for. I'm looking forward to Dark Crisis to be a good story. And I just want to do all I want with a good story. But since I know I'm also intrigued how the hell Dark Crisis is going to be kind of pair over the Devil Superman wins, because as we know, at the end of the 75, we see they get killed off. Kind of, so they got killed by their prior, we know that. So yeah, there's that. So how the hell at the other member, not other member of the replacement at the other lazy character at the react to the dimensions being dead? We don't know. Because remember, some books until right now got be doing other shit. Which is kind of red flag for me because I like when people actually mad at me connected. When they're not connected, it's a complete clutter and that means every all the place. However, we all get time to Dark Crisis and we all know some time to go do a lot of shit. Now what time I'm referring to? I'm only referring to 3 times. The Super Robin book, in my opinion, the Young Justice book, which I'm not looking for that book because it's similar to the awful the Overland book. And the third one we're getting at is the Aquaman backup story, so there's that. And I don't want you with the tie-ins, because while I am excited with the tie-ins, at the same time, no, I'm also kind of confused, because with books are going to be affected, which is not, and that's not maybe all I have actually with this whole big event. Nothing connected all over the place. Yeah, because remember, we're going to Dark Crisis Super Robin time, with my boy Dominic Super, which I'm with father. So I don't know how that's going to turn out, and my record, I have a feeling about that. My feeling, thanks to WWE, so we now know what the way Superman is. So my best game, with the devil, in my opinion, we all know that Superman is probably trapped in Earth. We're actually with his son, actually with Dominic Super, Nintendo Boy, as Super Robin. And this one shot's gonna explain where Superman is and how he really figure out why this happened. Now, do I want to read my last story of my boy John G back to normal? No, I have my boy back to normal and say we're going to by jerks. Well, not jerks, by bad lawyers. But this is my last chance to get my boy John back and something. I'll bite the bullet over nothing. Now, I for Young Justice, yeah, about that. That's the thing I'm more acting more because look, I love that team, my favorite team. It's one of my favorite teams going around at the kid. That team's bad, so awesome. But at the same time, given what writing this book, they're not giving a lot of comment they're gonna have with that book. Expect the way to wrote for the upper win, but yeah, that's kind of a red flag. And you want to with that, that some book tie I'm interested in. Other tie-ins, not so much. But like I said, we don't know how WWE could turn out. We do know that book came out already, but we do know some time ago we connected to Dark Crisis. Others not so much, but the one thing I'm looking for more is the Flash book, because that's the thing I'm more interested in. I'm looking at Flash, my big period, I think why was my Flash period. So I am so excited for that book in my opinion, because look at this, the cover, the mail looks badass, and I am super excited actually for Wild West Flash, the Giant Series mentor. So I can't wait to that. I'm looking forward to that thing, and that looks fun. But other than that, what am I looking forward to coming that thing? I want to actually contemplate with the DC universe because I want this story to matter again, because I miss when events actually mattered back in the day. But since we're not gonna get that, since other books are not gonna be affected by this thing, that's not my point. Other books not gonna be affected until later, and I don't like that method. But what are you gonna do? like I said, we don't know how to think the channel. We built from everything. All we have and is that interview with Joshua Williamson. So, as the Dark Craig concerned, let's just hope for the best, pray for the worst, and pray to God that the Dark Craig didn't mean that's awesome. But personally, in my opinion, I'm more at the enjoying how the Dark Craig can affect everything and actually matter. But we'll see. Bottom line is, far as Dark Craig is concerned, I'm gonna wait after that turns out. After WWE, the whole WWE was a good story moving forward. I just don't want to not other book be affected until 3 months later. I don't like the idea. It's a bad idea. It doesn't make sense. You know, the other characters are still alive in their own books, but they're not being affected by big everyone WWE. It should matter, but that's just me. Bottom line, as far as WWE is concerned, it was a good book, but after Dark Craze, what's the whole Dark Craze mean in that bad? But until there was chance. Well, I know what all. I'll give WWE the book as a whole actually was good, and it was a good story, and I am very intrigued at how the rest of the character will be if I can actually get to our favorite deaths. Great Diamond 4, she went busy doing the Wolf Saga right now, so we don't know how that's gonna end in Yonti. But I thought all the other characters, I wish that turns out. Bottom line is, WWE might be as a book as a whole, it's good, but as a universe spanning with the crazy event book that shouldn't matter, it's kind of confusing. But like I said before, we don't know how to turn out, so until then, we sense. I won't talk. I think that's for it. I don't about Joshua Williamson and the current WWE for real after this interview. Comment on Mochi. I think about anything article. Do you like it? Do it. Also confused on Twitter. Subscribe my channel. My 2 stars. Look at the battle kind, the optional story. Because you can't. One way, how you feel with WWE the whole, and how you look in Dark Craig? Do you mean Dark Craig will affect the ending in the universe, or do you mean Dark Craig will mean Jack and shit? Me personally, I want a good story, so let's hope Dark Craig we end at the end with a bang and did not end up disappointing. But like I said, until then, which ends. Well, with all. I think it's probably the only about current WWE for Joshua Williamson. Comment on what you guys think about the ancient news. Do you like it? Do it. Also confused on Twitter. Subscribe my channel. But subscribe. Put the bell icon. The optional story. If you guys can, I'll talk right along with Dark Craig. See ya. Bye, Joggins. Bye, Joggins. Joshua Williamson, good luck, man. See ya, bye. Bye.